Open it. Open it. I told you, we didn't have time. The move was like 60 miles. Oh yeah. There they all are. Probably all broken.
More than likely. That wind was brutal that day and loading and unloading.
Yeah.
Okay, are you...
Yeah, when we took it to Lucas's house, the head was broken.
Some of that stuff just needs to be thrown.
Yeah, this is gonna be shit. I hope Forest Demon still works. Yeah, you would think for how cold it's been, it would be like completely dry rotted and shit. Like, you would think it would be like Max's deadlift, where it's like hard, but it's still pretty rubber yet. I mean, it's getting there, but yeah. Levitator is broken. The screw holder already snapped. Well, that can easily be glued, but I seriously want to test Menacing Molly. She's the one I'm really concerned about. And Forest Demon. Poor Silent and Deadly, oh my god. He's been wilting and about ready to snap for years. I can't believe he hasn't done it yet. Forest Demon doesn't look damaged. I hope not, because he was one of my favorite ones. Because this one, again, this one has the best move. Like I said, this one has the really good mouth movement, and this is the one that has the fastest pop-up that everyone says they've ever seen. So, I definitely don't want this one broken. Oh my god, the belt snapped in a rising mechanism, and I know Bailey said he'd never fix another Demonica again, but if he fixed the belt in her head, it would work completely. And except the eyes, but we'd have to rig those because they fried. And these thrashing props. These screw holders right there, that's the spot that always snaps, and then they don't thrash the way they should. And somehow it hasn't broke yet. No, he's not snapped, but I'm sure the square shaft is probably snapped, because that happened to all the Techie Toys props that have that kind of module. The square shaft snapped in pretty much all of them last Halloween when we used them. This just looks like a Craigslist sale right now. I have $1,000 for the whole lot. Looks like the edges on these pierce through the barrel. Both of them. Like, I don't know. Oh yeah, and I gotta replace the split gear in the Zombies Lurching because it didn't work last year. There's legitly a split gear in it. Well, we're getting closer to the end, but still, not really. Well, that's not good. Shit. I left cheap China batteries in mean old Gramps, and they completely corroded. See, these props is not really an issue, but it's props like these that well, all these, they take up so much space. They're so wide and shit. It's hard to get around them because they're too big and wide. So yeah, here's Death Throw, and that piece is actually broken. It needs to be re-glued again. I actually had 3 death throws, and they're all broken in that spot. I had 3, but 2 of them I got for free. See, here's one of the other ones. This one's head is broken off the pole. And like I said, that one's broken in the same area, too. Their faces always all look different, too. All 3, the 3 that I had, they all look different. There's the 2 ghost girls. Guarantee the gear split in the one that I fixed already. Well, the motor is dead in kind of both of them for the arms. They've always been so slow lately. You know, I really hate these bracket pieces. I really do. There she is back there. I wonder if any of her gears split again, because we replaced most of them when Kevin was over, but being in here for 2 years now, again, different results now. Oh, there's Wolf Spitter. There's the Boogeyman. Yeah, I can't wait for this year because we're using all our electrified props, because we have pretty much all the electrified props from Spirit since 2013. We have all of them, so we're going to make a big theme. And there's her. Escape from the Grave, Hay Bale Popper. Some of these have not been tested in like 2-3 years. Like Jumping Zombie, I still haven't tested them since that time he got the snow on him, so I still don't know if it works. I swear to God, they used a different material on my Witch of Stone Soul's head. Like, her head is supposed to be more rubbery. Her mouth can't even move because of how stiff it is. Most of them are so loose. They definitely used a different material on mine. So, yeah, I don't even know if this guy still works, because I only used him during my party that one year, and his volume didn't work, and sometimes his head and arms didn't move. Then there they are. Here's that fried gruesome granny that I was going to give to Bailey to see if he could restore. This is the one that got returned in 2014 and like nothing worked and then I fixed it, but then it started frying. Well, I left batteries in this guy and he still works, but this one needs to be re-glued because it pops off the base. See? Actually, this is the one that's so-called fried, but I'm sure there's something messed up with the wiring, because Techie Toy sent me a new base and it still didn't work. And I can just swap them out. I'm sure the base is still good. The board is probably not even dead. It's just the wires or the motors. I had a lot of my tabletop shit inside this witch's cauldron. The flowers, the cat urn, and a striking snake. I would have laughed if Bailey's cactus was in here. We're back with the raping nurses. Oh, my flying ghosts are all tangled up again. Dead humor. He stopped working, but we might hit like his adapters ripped last year. This part actually ripped out of it. That sound sensor doesn't look too healthy though. He's not working, but I'm sure his batteries are low. Oh yeah. Here's the riser's head. She's rising very slow. Her motor is pretty locked up. Both motors are locked up. Oh no, she deteriorated. She was not like that at all before. Unless some rodents bit it, but I doubt that. It's pretty thin, so I'm pretty sure it deteriorated. That sucks. Here's the mechanism for that grave rising skeleton. See, the whole head tilting mechanism is gone. Well, like the gearbox for the head rocking is gone. That's why it's not fixable, and it was fried too. Yeah, I don't know what to do really. I'm kind of lost for a second. The scientist is all taken apart. She's working well, actually, is what it looks like. Told you it's taking up like a bunch of storage. Look at the arms flying on those. It's just crazy. Ugh. His hide just fell in his head, and his head is shattered. I feel like this is from the heat now, because it's not. Now it's hot outside. You know, a lot of my spirit props stopped working with battery. Some of them only work with adapter, but I don't even know why the hell there's a resistor right there. Oops. It's not working though. Well, I'm guessing it's just the batteries, but I don't know. Hopefully it works with the adapters still. Almost there. Still a few more, but as long as the big ones are on the side, it'll be much easier.
Please, do come in. I'm afraid we've run out of finger flips, but I should have some for you in just a moment.
You know, it's kind of funny how he's at full height and that guy there is like half down. So he's like almost, well, he's a third of his size. I just find that interesting. Both of these look cool together, I think. Like, these three. I don't know. I'm actually going to take this module home and replace the split gear. Oh, the piece that holds them on the pole just came out. But it's not even broken. It just needs to be glued back in. I thought it was actually snapping. But it's actually just the glue that's off. So that'll be a very easy fix. You know, I'm really happy that I have really long legs because I can easily step over like stuff like this. I can easily step over that. So thank God for that. Menacing Molly's legs are so ripped. That one isn't, but that one really is. Oh God. It appears this one stopped working with batteries too. I don't know why. It's only with Techie Toys that stops working with batteries. I don't know why. Her hand has been snapped off for a while. This one's speaker volume doesn't really work either. I think some fog liquid got in it. Well, it was close to a fog machine and it got inside it, and that's when the sound started getting messed up.
Bring it out here and take the next one.
Yeah.
Hurry, honey.
Documented the whole time.